Welcome, Libra. This is your weekly reading for the week of May 12th to the 18th, 2025. I hope this finds you well. We do a past, present, and future spread here with clarifiers for each. If we need to go beyond these 13 cards, we'll go to the Oracle deck. So sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And here we go. Starting out with the King of Wands, Libra. Our entrepreneurial king, this fire, followed by the Four of Wands, commitment, agreement, understanding, and then Judgment in the future position, which is a rebirthing. Now, as you know, last week I was talking about how May feels eerily different than other months right now, and that there's big change on the horizon for the collective. However, interpret that any which way you'd like. But let's get going on this and see what Spirit wants to convey to you today. So we're starting with the King of Wands. Okay, we've got the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups. Now these are past energies, and this tells me that there may have been a moment in the past where you were taking that leap of faith with the King of Wands, doing, that entrepreneurial thing, taking charge of something. This five says that there might have been conflict and competition during all of this. But I'll tell you what, the High Priestess says, you know what? I've got all the knowledge, wisdom, and power there is to know about any of this. So don't forget who you are, what you've been through, and everything that you've gathered during this time, and call on me to remind you, right? I would meditate on the High Priestess, honestly, right now, regardless of what shows up in the present moment. It feels like there's answers here, and if you were to just set the intention and asking the High Priestess in a meditation, what is mine to know, what is mine to release, what is mine to embrace? Like, those are really good leading questions to then just allow that energy to come through for you. And we're following it all up with the Four of Cups, where the character in the card doesn't realize all the goodness that's coming to them. So that might be a metaphor for you for this week. Do you realize that the universe is providing you with all the goodness that you need? Let's lean in on that. This Five of Wands is of the material world, of conflict and competition, setting boundaries, making sure, that you are the one that rises to the top. This leads to the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. So whatever this struggle is an external struggle. And all the other things, the High Priestess and the Four of Cups are saying, go within. So here's our other four. Four of Wands is on the table. And let's be reminded again, that's completing a project. That's coming, something is coming to fruition. There may be an agreement or a contract being signed here. Or, if not signed, at least presented. We've got the Page of Swords. Now, it's interesting. Pages are new beginnings. They're the first card in the court cards. I find it auspicious that this page is beneath the Five of Wands, because the page is looking back. They're even though they're moving forward, air quotes, they're moving forward in this new direction. They are also watching their back. They're making sure that no one's coming up behind them to pull the rug out. Speaking of, so lovers could be a Gemini. It could be lovers. It could be you and your higher self. It could be just, again, maybe a new partnership, as the Four of Wands indicates. But there's this Ten of Swords. This is so interesting. The Ten of Swords is meaning something is coming to a completion and something is over with. Now, what is over? I don't know. You fill in the blank for me, because if we're agreeing to some kind of contract, whatever preceded that is over and done with, right? Like this partnership. If you going into a partnership with a business, King of Wands. If we're going into a partnership, maybe you found the resources for it. Maybe you found the facility. Maybe you found the partnership to, the publishing company. Maybe you are a freelancer and, that whatever that conclusion is, it feels like this 10 of Swords is the conclusion of whatever preceded this 4 of Wands. So let's go to the future with the Judgment, which is rebirth. Of course, we picked that 8 of Swords with this. This row, definitely, this second row definitely is like feeding on each other, it feels like. Now, the 8 of Swords, as you move forward in something, if you are moving in a new direction with things, taking on more responsibilities, signing a contract, signing a new lease, opening that business, there is going to be the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is going to say, just get all your ducks in a row. Write the list. Write your checklist. Make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed. That's all that says to us, kids. We have the 7 of Cups. And I just want to make sure that now we're not dealing with illusion, that we're seeing things for face value. I mean, you could be sitting here with more choices because of this decision. But I'm telling you, now we have the Devil card here too. Could just be a Capricorn. But as you can see the Lovers here, the 2 people here, there are 2 people here. It's like the same 2 people. So they could also just mean a choice point. But I would offer up, if I had to highlight one card out of this row, it's going to be the 8 of Swords. And I would implore you to make that list of making sure whatever you're agreeing to in this row, in this present moment, this week, whatever the agreement is, that you get somebody to look at it, a lawyer, a friend, go through it with a fine-tooth comb, because between the 7 of Cups and the Devil, it feels like there's some tomfoolery that can happen. It feels like there's, it's not even about reading between the lines. Well, maybe it is. But what it is for me is when people only tell half-truths is the energy coming up. Like they don't give you all the information. So look at all the information. All right? Have someone else look at it with an objective eye that says, oh, well, what about parking? Like whatever. What about the laundry situation? What about the commission split? What about the division of labor? What about, whatever that thing is that might be a problem later. On the bottom of the deck is the 5 of Cups. Now, this would tell me to remind you, whatever losses you had in the past, see if there's any similarities coming up now, so that when you do pick up these 2 cups, because you will, and you will be moving forward regardless of what happens, the 3 cups that are down are going to be reminders of lessons from the past. And if we're not learning those lessons and we repeat those lessons, then that becomes a choice point. If we're just going to be ignorant to them, then we're going to make ignorant decisions. Does that make sense? Libra, I'm here for it. I'm here for your success and your evolution and the enjoyment of life, however that shows up for you. So take what resonates, leave the rest. I mean, there's always good lessons to listen to, I suppose, and even for myself to revisit some of these things that come up for me personally. So every time I do one of these readings, it's like, oh yeah, I have to do that too. So I should probably have a notebook next to me to write down what I need to remember. Anyway, babbling. Have a great afternoon, great day, great evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next week. Take care.